IATA AGM in Doha. AGM is the World Aviation Union, where the airlines are coming together with the IATA to discuss how the situation is in aviation. And Willie Walsh, who is the general director of the IATA, you know him maybe as the CEO of IAG, British Airways and Iberia and so on. But he's now moved on. He's now the general director on the IATA, and we take his speech today as our topic today, where we give you an outlook on the travels in 2022 in the summer months, how it will be, if this nightmare is the new normal, and what are the airports trying to do to avoid it. My name is Lars. I'm here to bring you more miles, more points, and more status. Please do subscribe. Please leave us a like. Please do not forget to hit the notification button, the bell, that you get a notification when we have a new video online. And do not forget to comment. Thank you for doing so. In Doha, there is the IATA AGM. It's the yearly or annual general meeting. It was supposed to be in Shanghai, but due to the COVID situation, they moved to Doha. For this year, they said that the airlines have made a loss of 9.7 billion US dollars, which is 9.2 billion euros. That is barely 2 billion less than October was announced for this year. 77% less in the second Corona year of 2021. The airlines of North America are making a profit. Most likely they have a profit approximately of $8.8 billion. And in the rest of the world, they are still in the red numbers, means they are not in the profit zone. Airlines in Europe have a loss compared in the years about approximately of 2/3, which is $3.9 billion. The airlines out of the region Asia and Pacific, they have reduced their losses, which is now approximately $8.9 billion. China is the one who is breaking because of the pandemic. The pandemic is having travel restrictions, and the local lockdowns are not very helpful when it comes to recovering the markets. And of course, the problem is the no-fly zone over Russia for a lot of European airlines when they are traveling from Europe to Asia. When you see the prognosis, then the prognosis in IATA is that the problems because of the Ukraine war and the sanctions are not getting worse, because we have now the worst situation. We cannot fly over it, so that is the problem. But when you see the travel restrictions due to the pandemic, the airlines have a historic loss. And the historic loss is for the whole industry in 2020, $137.7 billion US dollars. In the second Corona year, 2021, the minus went down to $42.1 billion. Together, the accumulated loss in the both years is $190 billion in sum. So in total, that is unbelievable how much money it is. And obviously now the losses and the outlook of the future says that the black numbers are coming. That is what Willie Walsh said. It's time for optimism. In the running year this year, they say that they are thinking that 3.8 billion passengers are coming, 70% more than in the year before. Approximately 7% less than before the pandemic in the year 2019. The revenue in the passenger business compared to 2021 is $498 billion. That is more than doubling it. Then the higher ticket prices are, of course, one key factor why the prices are so much higher, or actually the revenue is so much higher. The cargo business is not so good anymore than the year before, but they will reach a level of $782 billion revenue. That is barely 55% more than in 2021. and that is 93% of the level before COVID. The money which they take, the more amount, is a little bit in jeopardy. Why is it in jeopardy? Because of the gas prices. The crude oil was rock climbing, but the difference between the oil price and the kerosene is higher than normal. So when you have the normal oil and to make kerosene out of it, Jet A1, the spread is now much bigger than it used to be. So somebody is earning money. Next problem for a lot of airlines is that in a lot of countries they are searching for employees. And of course they kicked a lot of employees in the butt and said, we don't need you. But in countries where you have a low unemployment rate, this will have increasing salaries. And that is what the IATA AGM was told. And when you look what happens to the airlines, of course, they need aircrafts, and the aircrafts are coming from Airbus and Boeing mainly now. McKinsey says that they believe that the aircrafts which will be delivered in 2023 will be 1,700 aircrafts. That is the level of 2018. Even the amount of the orders will be increasing. And when you see the problems they have now in manufacturing, is that the chain for production is broken. So Airbus and Boeing are fighting with the titanium topic. Then another thing is that it was a penny or a cent part which Boeing didn't have, and they had to stop production for the 737. So you see on that part what is happening and what is a problem. But Willie Walsh did directly put his finger in the wound. And the wound is, in my opinion, the same that he mentioned. Schiphol Airport is a nightmare, and he says they are not even able to deliver normal standards. And the relationship between airports and airlines is a problem, and vice versa. But for me as a passenger, I have a problem with the airports as well. Why? Because at the airports are mostly nightmares. It is absolutely chaos. And when you see the numbers of passengers in Amsterdam Schiphol, where they had to close the airport, then when you look on Dublin, which had a meltdown with the timings, then you look in Brussels. Brussels is a topic which comes later. Wait for that. That will be even more interesting. London Heathrow, Terminal 2, when you see the pictures with the luggage, it is absolutely unbelievable. And Willie Walsh exploded, more or less, during the press conference for the AGM. He said it is ironic that these three airports who wants to increase the rates, that are the ones which are even not they are not able to deliver the base product for airlines. That is how you just tell the people, hey, the management at the airport is not able to do their job. And that is something which is a real problem. And he says that this behavior of the airport management is disabling the airlines to increase their profits and their flights, that they are the problem. And in my opinion, that is basically true. They have to do their job. When you look at the airport in Salzburg, there are over 500 people who couldn't fly because of airline lines. They just cancelled flights. And it was, in my opinion, I think it was Eurowings who cancelled the flights. And that was on Saturday. Then the airport speaker said that the employee they have, that is not enough to run everything. And they say that they have enough people employed, but it is a very sensitive chain, because when the people get sick and stuff like that, yeah, but that is what's happening. When you look to FRAPORT, FRAPORT is Frankfurt Airport. There are people now working from the management, or from the management side. It is one part of the measures they took to work against this high travel season summer problems, that they have not enough staffing. And they say that they want to have or encourage employees to do so, and said that people who are normally working in the management or in the organization of the airport, they just get a training for 2 days and then they can maybe drive fly crews to their aircrafts. Or, yeah, I don't know if they have a driving license, of course. And Lufthansa has cancelled 900 flights in Munich and Frankfurt during the summer because they are scared of the chaotic summer. Then when you move on and look on the Lufthansa flights, even the engine of Lufthansa is stuttering. A week before the summer holidays in North Rhine-Westphalia, staffing or understaffing is a real problem. There are more than a dozen flights which have been not flying just because of staff shortage. They say that 50 flights, it's even more, it's not a dozen. I mean, how many dozens of 50? Excuse me, it's 4 dozens. And then on the weekend it came to more cancellations for technical reasons. That is just the staffing, why the staff was on different airports. And yeah, that is nothing which I think you should support. From Austria, we have the words from one of the unions. Austrian Airlines and the airport Vienna are having, in their opinion, they say, hey, we are able to handle everything. But insiders are seeing that very differently. For the summer holidays, they are looking forward for a boom in travel. And when you look at it for medical purposes, of course, when you have a lot of travel, you have an increased COVID level, so it will be more problems. And then they say that they have an understaffing in airlines and airport. And like I said, Austrian, they are having enough employees. That is what they said. Airport Vienna says they are very well equipped. But insiders say, and that is one from the union, Daniel Lippert, he said, we will, if we get over the summer, just barely. So he is not very convinced about it, that this is something which is great. Now the promised piece about the Brussels airport. Brussels airport, which is the biggest airport in Belgium, they had to stop the whole operation because the security staff went on strike. They went on strike, they said it on Sunday night, because of the increased living cost. They want more money. Yes, that is a problem. Then the only thing that the airport can handle is incoming traffic from passengers and incoming traffic from cargo. That is all. And last but not least, Lufthansa is looking for people who want to help, volunteers at the station, people who are working in Frankfurt or Munich in the management. They can come and voluntarily increase the help of the Frankfurt and Munich station. We know that we have operative challenges. That is what Christina Förster said. She is the head of customer satisfaction and sustainability. So she is in the directors board of Lufthansa. And yeah, the fun part starts in July to September. The employees from the management should help in the normal airport. Yeah, that is interesting. In the lounge, driving, helping, so whatever you can imagine. This said, I'm having here a rant which is nearly 15 minutes, and I hope I could give you a little bit an overview on or outlook on the summer months, but I'm not very convinced that it will be satisfactory for all. Some people are not happy. We have the same problem in European airports, like I showed in German airports and Austrian airports. It is a worldwide phenomenon. And my advice to you is just keep calm, inhale, exhale, be polite, be nice, because you cannot change it anyways. So for that reason, what is your impression? Is this some nightmare which will be living after the summer as well? Is this a new normal, or do you say, yeah, that is just now as we have no staff, it will come? I'm looking forward to your comments, and like always, do not forget to subscribe, to hit the bell button for receiving notifications, commenting, and leave us a like. I have now to stop, otherwise my heart pressure goes too high. I take a sip. And I'm very grateful that you watched our episode today. Thank you for doing so. If you are tomorrow in Berlin for the ILA, for the International Luftfahrtausstellung, yeah, I think it's the German International Luftfahrtausstellung, International Aviation Fair, we would translate it. We have tomorrow on the 21st a regular table in the Grand Hyatt in Berlin at Potsdamer Platz. Send me a WhatsApp notification. You have the WhatsApp number in the show notes. And thank you for being here again. And I'm more than grateful that you're all watching. I'm just looking for my remote that I can stop the recording, but then I have to do it old school. So thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.